Here it is, everyone, the conclusion to 60 years of Hulk. We have Hulk stuff from the 1980s, 70s, and this 1960s Hulk number 3 comic book. We'll start in the 1980s. We have this 1989 Incredible Hulk bendable figure. This will represent our 1980s Hulk. And on the back you can see 1989. It's a very simple back, a blank back to it. Just a little bit of writing on the bottom. And on the front it has a neat design. It represents the 1980s. I think we get a feel for the era that it came out. And it looks like Hulk is busting through this wall here. It says Marvel Superhero, the Incredible Hulk bendable figure. All right, let's open this for the first time. This is amazing. Wow. 1989 bendable Hulk. Here it is, the bendable Hulk. This is cool. It's really neat to go through all of the decades and just see the differences in Hulk figures and how they've changed over the years. And I really think the 70s and 80s had some really neat Hulk stuff, but they definitely have gotten better in my opinion over the years. So this is definitely bendable. So I'm bending it, and you can bend it in really any which direction, and it kind of sort of stays in place a little bit, but I think eventually it'll just kind of go back to its normal Hulk position. This is just super awesome. And on the back it shows, yep, 1989 on there. And Hulk has two open hands, and he kind of is like more of a flatter type of an action or a figure here. He has the purple pants. That was very common for the 1970s and 1980s Hulk figures. There really wasn't too much from the 1980s, so there's very, very little. So this is our representation in the 1980s. Let's move on to the 70s. We have a bunch of Hulk stuff from the 70s. We have this figure. We also have this figure. We'll take a closer look at these in a little bit. We have this log throwing Hulk. And we'll be opening this, which will be really neat. And we also have a pack. This is the Marvel Superhero Stickers pack from the 1970s tops. Next up, we're going to check out a Hulk figure from 1979. So we're in the 1970s now with this Hulk figure that's about 2.5 inches tall. This Hulk has green hair with the purple pants. There's a lot of different Hulk figures and Hulk stuff that came out in 1979 to go along with the Hulk show. And this is also from 1979. This is the log throwing Hulk. And I did have the log for the longest time, and I do not know what happened to it. And it's actually kind of rare, or I'd say it's rare to have the log. So this figure itself, you know, you can find this figure, but the log, it's a challenge because a lot of times the log went missing. So I'll definitely try to find that log, and once I find it, I'll do another video with that. Because it's really cool. This Hulk can like throw the log, which looks really neat. But this kind of, it's just a much bigger figure, but it has the green hair just like this Hulk figure. The purple pants, that we're seeing a lot of that design and color scheme in the 1970s and 80s. This is actually quite a tall figure. So comparing it to our bendable Hulk, you can see the height difference here. I'll just lean this bendable figure against the taller Hulk figure, and then we'll put this one over here. So yeah, it's definitely a tall figure. We are still on the year 1979. There's so many different Hulk figures and Hulk merchandise from 1979. This is a blank back card, so really simple. It's still unpunched, so it didn't go on the hanger in the stores back then. And also this would be punched out, but really neat design. I really like all the blue, the white, the red, and especially the yellow and the green with Hulk popping out of that yellow background. I think that looks really neat. There's also some other cool Hulk stuff, like Mego made a ton of cool Hulk stuff in the 1970s. So yeah, let's check this out and open it for the first time since 1971. This is going to be awesome. Wow, here it goes. This is just amazing. Okay, so it looks like it's broken a little bit, but that's what happens. I mean, these are made out of plastic, and being in the package for all these years, stuff can happen to them. It doesn't really look like it's all that discolored. I mean, there's a little bit of discoloration around the purple waistband of the pants. So I'll set the package aside, and here it is. It's supposed to be a wind-up toy. Again, we have that similar or same Hulk appearance from the late 1970s with the green hair. I think it looks awesome. The purple pants. Okay, let's see if this winds up actually, and if it'll do anything. So I want to be really gentle with the wind up. Because if we're not gentle, it can kind of strip it a little bit, like the bearings inside, so I have to be very careful, and it might have already done that. It doesn't look like it wants to wind up. So the wind up is not working on its own. I'm pressing in and it kind of makes a clicking if I press in, and then if I can move it this way. But yeah, it's not winding up like it should be. I'd imagine that when this first came out, it probably worked fairly well. But after all these years, it's just not working. I feel like I should keep this piece and almost like restore it. I think I'll do that. Maybe just put some kind of like glue or adhesive of some sort on here so it can be restored. I mean, this is just so cool. Yeah, that'll definitely work. So let's get another look at this. This is like Hulk history right here. That's a big part of why I'm opening these, because a lot of us didn't get to experience like opening these out of the package when they first came out, but we can experience that right here. So I think that's just super awesome to experience this history here of Hulk. That is awesome. This is going to be awesome. We are actually opening a 1976 Topps Marvel Superheroes stickers wax pack. I mean, this is amazing. 1976. So Hulk comes on the cover of the packs. Also, there's a version of Captain America and Spider-Man. There may be others, but I do know of those three. It says with one stick of bubblegum. Wow. Bubblegum from 1976. Here's a look at the back of the pack. This is amazing. Let's get one more look at the front and then we'll open this. So I have no idea what to expect. I mean, are we going to actually get stickers, or was this like some... I just don't... Oh, we did. We got a sticker in here. Cool. This is so awesome. Wow. Wow. Okay, before we look at the cards, let's check out this gum. Oh, that's gross. It's like broken apart. It's all hard and discolored. But what do we expect from 1976? That was a long time ago. Okay, so here's the cards. Yeah, these are really cool. The Thing. It says, "Who said I'm a falling rock zone?" Who will we get next? That'd be so cool if we can get Hulk. Sergeant Fury, "War makes me fighting mad." Iceman, "I'll never eat another frozen dinner." And what's on this side? Okay, it's a checklist. So we got a checklist for the last card, and it looks like Hulk. We can get a Hulk. That is amazing. So here's the checklist, and I'll show everyone the back of the cards too. So they're just blank backs to them. That is really neat. Let's take another look at these one more time. They're definitely worth checking out another time. That is so cool. I mean, that's history right there. We just opened a 1976 wax pack. That is cool. All right. Next up, we have a Hulk figure from 1975. We're working our way down to the mid-1970s, and this is a really neat Hulk figure. This is actually one of the more popular Hulk figures from the 1970s. Definitely the Mego figures, the taller Mego figures were extremely popular, but so is this. This is really neat. And it is a little bit fragile. The head definitely is fragile. I had to glue it back on because it came off. So this one I won't be showing much articulation. I'm just moving the arms and legs a little bit. And there's not a whole lot of movement to it. It's a pretty simple figure, but super awesome and definitely looks like 1970s. I mean, they actually did a really good job with this though in the 1970s. Definitely ahead of its time. Super awesome. Next up, we have this Hulk van, and this is actually from 1970, and that's what it says on the bottom of the van. Sometimes I see these mentioned as 1979, but I'm going off what it says on the very bottom, and it's 1978, and this van is super awesome. It has that green, purple, and yellow color combination to it that really makes it pop out a lot. I like the stickers. I just think everything is just so well perfectly done on this. So yeah, the stickers are awesome. It says Van by Empire, the Incredible Hulk. There's Hulk right in the center. And it's interesting, this sticker actually says 1979 on the side. But like I was mentioning before, the bottom of the van does say 1978. And I wouldn't say this is like super rare, but it is rare when it's complete like this. Like when it has like the bumpers, a lot of times I'll see missing pieces like this will be missing. The door or the wheels will be cracked on it. So we'll check the bottom part of this in really good condition. Just all over, looks super nice. Has a sliding door. So the door doesn't slide too on. I don't want to force it too much, but I will show everyone the inside of it. Here's the look at the top of the van, and these stickers also say 1979, so that's really interesting. The van itself says 1978, but the stickers say 1979. So let's take a look inside of it. A lot of detail, a lot of really neat detail, and a lot of usability. Like this can be used really well because it has two front seats there. It actually has a steering wheel, if you can see that in there. So yeah, there's a steering wheel. Maybe we can get a better view of that from this angle. And then there's seats, or a big huge seat in the back. Super cool. We can close this, and this is a piece that's usually missing too. And it closes pretty well on top still. And here's the other side. I like how it has these windows. There's no like plastic or glass in there in any way at all. So there's just, you can reach a hand through and grab through the window, which looks super cool. Rolls really well too. It rolls smooth. So definitely an awesome van. Last up, we have a Hulk comic book from 1962. This is Hulk number 3, so it's the third appearance of Hulk, the Hulk's third comic book, so very early Hulk representation here. It's a mid-grade of 5.0. And the mid-grade is actually a nice grade for a lot of the 1960s comic books, especially if it has this nice eye appeal to it. It looks really nice. I really like how there's the red background at the top with the yellow and black, the Incredible Hulk. Like, that just looks so awesome. Now there are some figures from 1967, I believe. They're Mark's figures. There's like Captain America, Spider-Man, Hulk, and some others. I didn't get those yet, and I might get those still in the future, but I want to research them a little bit more because there are some that are sold as 1960s, but they're actually produced later, so I want to research and learn more about those. There's just not a ton of information out there. So there it is again. That is just super, super awesome. Here's a look at the back of the comic book. That is it, everyone. We have covered 60 years of Hulk. We went from the 1960s all the way to 2023. So we have accomplished this, which was super awesome. I had so much fun. Thanks everyone for watching. I appreciate it. Next up, we'll have to do 60 years or however many years of some other really cool superhero. Maybe Batman, Spider-Man. I don't know. We'll figure it out, but this has been so awesome. Thanks again, everyone, and we'll see you soon.